Pati Reg, sama kayo sa akin sa next. Tokyo.
Okay, let's end the show na. End the show.
Wala po, wait
Tapusin na
lang.
natin.
Kayang-kaya ni Chess kaya.
You're talking nonsense na.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Reg, and thank you, Pauline. Great show as always. As he said, daming pasabog.
Whoa.
Change in leadership
Oh my gosh.
in the Senate. It's already 8:32. Thank you to the big story on our show. We've got tennis stories, including Alex Ayala's new rank, of course, and the winners of the U.S. Open plus the Basketball Hall of Fame, welcoming legends in both the NBA and the WNBA.
And we've got a rundown of the 2025 PBA Rookie Draft as former Ateneo Blue Eagle Jeo Chu is picked #1 overall, plus the return
of the marathon
Sydney
runner.
Marathon finisher. 5 hours.
30 minutes, 34 minutes.
minutes.
Sama ka sa akin sa next, ha? Good to be back. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton-Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves. Victor Moves puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bacunas rejecting Esteban for the point.
Okay, let's take this off first. Let's do the news. All right, top story. After winning her first WTA crown over the weekend, Filipino tennis sensation Alex Ayala, chess, sees another jump in her world rankings. We are not surprised.
Yeah, the new Guadalajara Open champion is now the world number 61 in women's tennis. This is 14 spots higher than where she was last week, and it's only 5 away from her career high ranking of 56, which she reached earlier this year. Yesterday, Ayala won the Guadalajara Open by beating Hungary's Pana Odvardi in the final. Ayala bounced back from a first-set loss to claim the victory and the title 1-6, 7-5, 6-3.
But the grind does not stop for Ayala. Alex will compete in the Sao Paulo Open in Brazil this week. Ayala comes in as the 3rd seed, and she will play 24-year-old Yasmin Mansouri of France in the first round. There's no schedule yet of when that match will actually happen, but the Sao Paulo Open will take place starting today, Monday, that is September 8th until September 14th.
Over at the U.S. Open, world number 1 Irina Sabalenka is still the women's singles champion. Sabalenka proudly shared on social media the moments that followed her victory. These include getting her trophy, posing for photos, and celebrations in the locker room. Sabalenka capped off her successful title defense by sweeping American Amanda Anisimova in the final 6-3, 7-6. This is Sabalenka's 4th major title. But it's her first and only one this year after she played in a total of 3 Grand Slam finals. In the postgame, Sabalenka showed up with a bottle of champagne and a pair of dark goggles. She said her eliminations from the French Open and Wimbledon helped her to finally get over the hump.
It feels, it feels amazing, and I had really tough lessons earlier this season. I lost a couple of finals on the Grand Slam, and winning this one means a lot, defending the title. It just, I cannot, explain you the feelings. After Australia Open, I thought that the right way would be just to forget it and move on. But then the same thing happened at the French Open. So after French Open, I figured that, okay, maybe it's time for me to sit back and to look at those finals and to maybe learn something, because I didn't want it to happen again and again and again. So yeah, I was in Mykonos, reading my book, enjoying the view, and and I was just thinking that why would I let my emotions to take control over me in those 2 finals? My mindset was just going out there, fight for every point, doesn't matter of the situation, just focus on myself and focus on things that I have to do to win the match.
Meanwhile, on the men's side, Carlos Alcaraz is now the new champ. Alcaraz dethroned Yannick Sinner in the final, winning the match in 4 sets, 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, and 6-4. In true dramatic fashion, the Spanish superstar won the championship point exactly the same way he did back in 2022 through a service winner. Now with the victory, Alcaraz also overtook Sinner as the world #1 in the men's tennis rankings. Alcaraz has now won 6 Grand Slam titles in his young career. And while he's been here before, Alcaraz says winning a slam is still a dream come true.
It's a great feeling. It's great. I'm working really hard just to lift this trophy. It's my second one, but it's still a dream come true. So the second one here is super special. When you achieve the goals you set up yourself at the beginning of the year, it feels amazing. So since I got the chance to recover the number one, it was one of the first goals that I had in the during the seasons, just to try to recover the number one as soon as possible, or end the year as a number one. So it's for me achieve that once again. It is, as I said, it is a dream. Doing the same day as getting another Grand Slams feels even better. This everything I'm working for, and I'm really happy to be able to live these experiences. My style, it's about that variety that I have, in a match. I feel I can do everything on court. To be honest, slices, drop shots, top spin, flat. I just trust really much in my physical conditions. I feel like I can reach every ball.
Moving on to volleyball, Italy wins this year's FIVB Women's World Championship. The Italians finally reclaimed the crown after 23 years by surviving a thrilling 5-set battle against Turkey in the final. 25-23, 13-25, 26-24, 19-25, and 15-8. This also stretched Italy's incredible winning streak to 36 matches. Paula Egonu regained her form with 22 points, supported by Miriam Sia's 19 and Ekaterina Antropova's 14. Meanwhile, Brazil is taking home the bronze medal after outlasting Japan in another 5-setter, 25-12, 25-17, 19-25, 27-29, and 18-6. After losing a 2-set lead, Brazil held firm in the decider to claim their 5th podium finish in the last 6 World Championships. Team captain Gabi Guimaraes led the way with a spectacular 35-point show. Despite losing out on a medal, this is still Japan's best finish in 15 years.
35 points in a volleyball match. Woo! Meanwhile, as the FIVB Women's World Championship comes to a close, the spotlight now shifts to the men's championship that's happening right here in our country, the Philippines. More teams arrived in the country over the weekend, including world number 7 Slovenia and world number 8 Germany. Both squads are familiar to playing here in the Philippines. They previously competed in the VNL Manila legs. Slovenia and Germany will play in Pool E of the World Championship alongside Bulgaria and Chile. World number 1 Poland has also landed. They will battle it out in Pool B when they take on the Netherlands, Romania, and Qatar. Other teams that touched down here in Manila over the weekend include world number 9 Argentina, world number 25 South Korea, and world number 88 Algeria. The 2025 FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship will run from September 12 to 28 at the Mall of Asia Arena and the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Meanwhile, some big names in basketball immortalized in the Hall of Fame. Highlights of this year's induction ceremony when we return only here on Play by Play. Stay tuned to One News. And is most known for his time with the Denver Nuggets and, of course, playing in MSG, the New York Knicks. The 10-time All-Star was a 2013 scoring champion, eventually became the NBA's 10th all-time leading scorer. Anthony was also won an NCAA title in Syracuse in 2003 and had 3 Olympic gold medals with Team USA. As for Howard, well, he had an 18-year NBA career, which started when he was drafted #1 overall by the Orlando Magic back in the 2004 draft. D12 was an 8-time All-Star and a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He currently ranks 10th in boards and 13th in blocks on the all-time list. Howard won an NBA title with the Los Angeles Lakers back in 2020. Here are what Melo and D12 had to say during the induction ceremony.
To the game of basketball, you were my way out, but more than that, you were my way in. You let me tell my story without words. You let me cry through jumpers, shout through dunks, dream through wins. You gave a kid from the projects a passport to the world. You gave my pain purpose. You gave my past a future. I never got an NBA ring, and some will always define me by that. But I know what I gave to this game, and I know what this game gave back.
Thank you to all my 2020 Lakers teammates for making it possible to call myself a champion. Thank you to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame for accepting me into the basketball heaven and making it possible to call myself a Hall of Famer. Yes, this journey has not been easy. I've been through many storms on and off the court, but I've never allowed those to wash me out. Instead, I kept smiling and shining bright because I knew it would only rain for so long.
Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard were also inducted to the Hall as part of the so-called Redeem Team of 2008. This was the USA men's basketball squad that reclaimed the gold during the Olympic Games in Beijing, China. After a bronze medal finish in the 2004 Olympics in Athens, Team USA gathered the NBA's very best players and sent them for battle in the following Summer Games. Led by Kobe Bryant, the Redeem Team went 8-0 with an average margin of almost 28 points to regain the top spot in international basketball. The star-studded lineup also included big names such as LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Jason Kidd, and Chris Paul. They were coached by decorated basketball tactician Mike Krzyzewski. During their enshrinement, King James made sure to honor the Black Mamba and his importance to the Redeem Team.
How'd you feel when you found out that Kobe was going to be on that team too? I mean, you're playing with all these stars, but all of a sudden you had a chance to have him on your team also.
I think it was just the missing link that we needed in order to regain the dominance, with Team USA. He brought a sense of seriousness to the team. He made us lock in, and we knew once he joined and he was going to be committed that, we couldn't be doing nothing half-ass. Cole wasn't going for that, so it made myself, CP, D-Wade, Melo, we all locked in even more because we wanted to show him that we can get to that level as well. So, it was just an honor to be out there with him. I was 23 years old, and he being out on the floor with him. He had already won championships before and things of that nature, so it was levels that I was trying to get to, and I think D-Wade had already won one, and so we just wanted to get to his level and make him proud. And by the end of that trip, when we was hosting that gold medal on top of that podium, we for sure made him proud, for sure.
Besides players, Coach Billy Donovan, referee Danny Crawford, and Miami Heat owner Mickey Arison were also immortalized for their contributions to the game. Donovan saw success calling the shots for the Florida Gators in the NCAA from 1996 until 2015. He led the team to 467 wins against 186 losses, 4 trips to the Final Four, and back-to-back NCAA championships in 2006 and in 2007. Donovan has since made a jump to the NBA. He is the current coach of the Chicago Bulls. As for that man, Crawford, he was an NBA referee for 32 years before retiring in 2017. He worked more 2,000 regular season games. He also officiated championship games and many historic moments, including Michael Jordan's final game with the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers' Game 7 finals victory over the Golden State Warriors in 2016. And Arison is given basketball's highest honor for his impeccable work with the Heat. Under Arison's ownership over the last 30 years, Miami won 3 NBA titles, 16 division titles, and advanced to the playoffs 23 times.
Last but certainly not the least, the WNBA icons that made it to the Hall of Fame. No surprise here, Sue Bird played 19 seasons with the Seattle Storm, racking up 13 All-Star selections and 4 WNBA titles. Bird is also the WNBA's all-time leader in assists, minutes, and games played. Off the court, she pushed for equality and justice, especially in women's sports. Maya Moore was a beast for the Minnesota Lynx. She garnered 6 All-Star nods, 4 WNBA championships, the 2013 Finals MVP trophy, and the 2014 WNBA MVP award. Moore walked away from the game after 8 seasons as she became an advocate for criminal justice reform. And of course, Sylvia Fowles, who went on a tear during her run with the Lynx and Chicago Sky. Her accolades include 8 All-Star selections, 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, the 2017 MVP trophy, 2 WNBA crowns, and as many Finals MVP honors. Fowles also dedicated time to social justice efforts, such as calling out systemic racism and improving relationships between law enforcement and communities of color. Here are what the three legends had to say during the induction ceremony.
It's been a crazy year for me. My own street in Seattle, the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, and then 2 weeks ago, the city of Seattle and the Seattle Storm unveiled my statue outside of Climate Pledge Arena. Thank you. The first WNBA player, but certainly not the last. And you know, for years, when you play in the WNBA for years, we were told the league's not going to make it, that it wasn't important. But we're in Massachusetts, so like the great Will Hunting once said, how do you like them apples?
Don't miss out on learning from someone more experienced than you. The joy of helping someone else get better. Seeing them shine at what they're good at. The joy of having people around you that believe in you and you believe in them. Seek that culture out. Be a part of that culture. I'm confident you won't regret it.
It is a beautiful sight to be standing here in front of you as an Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer, something I could never have imagined. It feels surreal, and it's hard to express this moment. It means to me fully. I'm standing here tonight because of the life-changing God people has placed along my life. Mom, you are the backbone that keeps me strong. To my sister Toya, thank you for being my biggest fan, my protector, and loving me. To my brothers Morris, Walter, and Jeremy, you taught me mental toughness.
Here at home, the next generation of PBA stars has arrived. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. EJ Obiena marks his return to competitive play with a bronze medal in the World Athletics Continental Tour in China. This is Obiena's first appearance on the international stage after a 2-month layoff. He cleared 5.65 meters on the first try to secure a spot on the podium. The 29-year-old finished behind silver medalist Cole Walsh of the United States and hometown bet Tao Zhong, who cleared a personal best 5.75 meters to capture the gold. Up next for Obiena is the Tokyo World Athletics Championships, which will happen from September 13 to 21.
September 8, happy Monday! Bago ang highlights, siyempre magyayabang tayo. Pakita natin ang finisher shirt natin sa Sydney Marathon. Mga whole week kong gagawin to. De, joke lang. Okay, we've got the US Open men's and women's singles finals in tonight's highlight reel. Simulan muna natin. Ladies first, of course. We're tied in the second set, tied at 1. Amanda Anisimova with a serve sa Sabalenka. Answers back. Look at this great rally. Babalik naman si Anisimova. And then Sabalenka with a backhand. And then Amanda again attacks. Look at this back and forth. And smart slice there. Backhand. Good stop with a right foot. Sabalenka. Nice point there. Take a look again. She runs forward to the net and woo, smart play to go to the left side. Sabalenka ended here 30-love, and she ended up winning that game for a 2-1 lead in the second set. More from Sabalenka this time. Championship point number 3. Sabalenka serving. Okay, that's a fault first. Then, second try. She wants to end it right away. Take a look at the score here. 6-3. Anisimova will receive. Here's Sabalenka trying to go for championship point number 3 here, guys. Number 1 ranked versus number 8 seed. And then, no, that one's out for Anisimova. And look at the emotion on her knees. Aryna Sabalenka, you could feel it. Look at that pure emotion. Final score dito, 6-3, 7-6, and 7-3 on the tiebreaker for Sabalenka and the world number 1. Lives up to the hype, lives up to the billing. She retains the US Open title. By the way, ito na yung kanyang 4th slam in her career. Whew, just a really, really one of the best in this generation, at least, in the women's. Take a look at that. Winning the Women's Singles Championship in the 2025 US Open. And she thanks the crowd, too, for the support. Loving it as well. Well deserved for Aryna Sabalenka. Congratulations. Now, from the ladies, let's go. From women's, with the Tyson men's play. Let's go. Carlos Alcaraz against Jannik Sinner. Number 1 versus number 2. Woo! Smart play from the Spaniard. Take a look at that again. Sinner, that was a good forehand. And then attacks again. But look at that. Smart from ganda no ang babay. That was way low. Look at that, smart from Carlos Alcaraz. What a play. That put Alcaraz, by the way, up 30-love in Game 5 of the first set, where Carlos was actually leading here 3-1. Take a look one more time before we move to our next and last play. Championship point. Alcaraz, serve here. Take a look. Championship point number 3, Alcaraz. What a serve! And then looks at the crowd after the power. The young Spaniard also goes to his knees, but look at the sheer joy. Magpipink ako bukas. He makes Pink look so masculine, so cool. And look at the respect for both Sinner and Alcaraz. The respect. What a championship match. What a treat for all the fans. He won, by the way, the same way in 2022 when he took on Casper Ruud back of Norway. The final score here on this one, 6-2, 3-6, 6-2, 6-1, and 6-4. So that's 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, and 6-4 in favor of Carlos Alcaraz. He dethroned Sinner, not just for the title of US Open, but also for that number 1 spot in the world. This is Carlos' 2nd major championship this season, after also winning the French Open, and it's his 6th Grand Slam title overall. What a bright future for this young Spaniard. But props again to Jannik Sinner, putting up a very great fight against the young Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz, the 2025 US Open men's champion. Check.
Before we go, the rookies for the PBA's golden season have arrived. Close to 80 young Cagers were selected in the 2025 PBA draft. And the number 1 pick overall, a big man from Ateneo with Gilas Pilipinas experience. Mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho has the report.
Fresh talent took center stage as new batch of PBA rookies were revealed yesterday at the PBA 50 draft held inside the Mall of Asia Music Hall. Leading the way was former Gilas Pilipinas and Ateneo big man Jeo Chu, who was selected first overall pick by the Terra Firma Jeep.
I'm very blessed to be the industry grateful for the team for believing in me and choosing me, and hopefully ko rin sana yung trust nila sa akin makapag-help to get more wins.
At number 2, the Converge Fiber Xers chose Juan Gomez de Leaño. The former UP standout says he's excited to face his older brother, Javi, who now plays for the Magnolia Hotshots. His kuya's advice:
I just continue to work hard and continue to chase my dreams. Now that I'm here to be there with you both here, we're just gonna be competitive and just help our respective teams. I'm looking forward to the dance off. The first goal is the Magnolia. Looking forward to it.
Meanwhile, third overall pick Dolph Panopio is all geared up for the Black Water Bossing.
I'm super excited. They say that tomorrow there's practice. I'm ready to practice. What they need me to do, I'll do it just because, I want the benefit, I want the best for the team.
The rest of the first round went as follows: Chris Kuhn to Northport, LJ Gonzalez to NLEX, Yukien Andrada to Magnolia, Jason Brickman to Meralco, Will Gozum to Phoenix, Chris Miller to San Miguel, Christian Manaytay to Rain or Shine, Sonny Estil to Ginebra, and June Roque again to Rain or Shine. This year's draft took 11 rounds to complete, with 77 players getting picked. Those who weren't chosen from the 122 hopefuls are now free agents. Mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho. We are One News.
Thanks, Denise, and congratulations once again to all the draftees for this year's PBA draft. Well-deserved. A lot of Ateneans getting chosen. Sean Quiteves was also drafted. Chris Kuhn, also good friend, the former captain of the Blue Eagles, getting drafted. But Jeo Chu, number 1 overall pick. Puro mga bata na, check.
Wait lang
But congratulations to all the draftees. Sana, syempre, it's just the beginning. Dahil hindi pa assured yun that he'll get a contract. So keep on working, keep going at it, and secure a slot in a team in the PBA. Congratulations. That's all from us tonight. But catch us again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News. That's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Tuncalao. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. Good night.
Woo! Woo!